Hello, everybody. How are you, folks? It's time for another consumer video. This time we're going up to Minnesota. We're going to look at the 5 worst car dealers in Minneapolis. And of course, when you're looking for a new car, especially in a city that has some challenging weather in the winter, you want a good one. So let's stay away from these 5 dealers. The first one is Campy car dealer up there on the near north side, guys. They have quite a good selection of cars. And of course, like we had mentioned, the tough weather in Minneapolis, they also have a lot of trucks, 4-wheel drives, and that helps in the bad weather. The problem with Campy is that they make you camp out inside the dealership just to take a test drive. So they'll ask you to bring a pup tent. They'll ask you to bring pillows, sleeping bags. Now, they will allow you to build a fire inside the dealer. They have plenty of ventilation. It's not a problem. And of course, in a winter weather city like Minneapolis, it's not unheard of for people to just build a fire anywhere they're standing that they need a little bit of heat. But guys, I just don't want to have to haul all my camping gear down to the dealer just to take a test drive. That's going to be a no for me. Number 2 on our list is Stubbornness. Stubbornness car dealer. They're right there on the downtown area, just a little bit off the edge there, the eastern side of downtown. Stubbornness, a lot of car dealers get the reputation of being tough to deal with. And of course, that's why you see the rise of these dealers that have the no haggle, one price proposition. But their stubbornness is with the negotiation, that's for sure, just like many car dealers. However, it's even beyond that, guys. They're so stubborn, they're not even going to let you on the lot unless you are able to recite a haiku. Now, I barely know any haikus, much less repeat one from memory. And the guy at the gate, he records it, and then they put it on Instagram. And the sole judge and jury is that guy. So, in other words, one person is the linchpin driving the entire profit center of the business, because if you can't get on the lot, you can't test drive a car. You can't even look at a car or negotiate a car. So Mr. Haiku Gatekeeper over there, thinking that he's got the taste of a polished poet, he's going to decide if you get on the lot or not. And guys, that's just way too much for me. I'm going to say no to Stubbornness car dealer. Now, we're way over there on the south side, almost right across from the mall. There is Madras, M-A-D-R-A-S, Madras car dealers. Now, Madras Car Sales, they specialize in high-end cars. And of course, you get a lot of high-end people down there. And they have cars that start at $100,000 and above. Now, what's good about that is they'll let just about anybody test drive one. So if you have some buddies and you have never been in a Ferrari or never driven one, they'll let you do it. They'll let you drive it. The only problem I have with that, guys, is that they're going to charge you $7,000 just to test drive the car. And that'd be great if you could just take it out for a couple hours, go to the game, show off to the ladies, or vice versa. If you're a lady, show off to the guys in your nice new Ferrari. However, the problem is that the car dealer salesman gets to go with you. So, it's kind of ruins the buzz. It's kind of like when you go on the golf course and you get your 3 buddies, and then they work in Lonely Joe, a smelly, slovenly golfer that takes 7 minutes to line up his shot on the green, and then it makes a putt and it goes halfway to the hole. That's that kind of uncomfortable feeling you get around strangers sometimes, and that's just going to ruin your fun, I think. So that's going to be a no for me. Number 4 on our list is Propulsion car dealer on the far north side. Now, remember, Propulsion has been around, but they also exclusively deal with cars that are fast. So what they do is they do custom mods, guys. So they take Ferraris, they take Maseratis and Lotus, Lamborghinis, all those, and then they put a jetpack on the back of the car. So you're able to take a car that is, a Ferrari will do 200, 250, depending on the model, and you're able to go 500 to 600 miles down the freeway. Now, what's beautiful about the way they do it is that it evades police radar, because when you're going that fast, police radar cannot detect it. So the problem then is that you're not so much driving a car as you're aiming it. And unless you have very good eyesight and very good reflexes, you're going to have difficulty managing the traffic going 500 to 600 miles an hour from Atlanta to, say, Augusta for the tournament, or maybe you're going down to, you could be going down to Smyrna Beach or Devon or Fort Lauderdale, wherever you're going. You're going to get there pretty quick, doing 550, 575 miles per hour. So the problem then is that you might actually, at that point, just lift off. You're going to lift off the face of the earth, and you're going to be traveling the height of an airliner. And at that point, now you got a problem, because now how are you going to come down when all of a sudden you're flying over Central Africa and you don't know how to land it? So, guys, it's going to be a problem. I'm going to say it's too much for me. I just want a car that goes, fast, not that fast. Now, number 5 on our list, guys, of the 5 worst car dealers in Minneapolis is Question Car Dealer. Now, they have an interesting approach, like I've said many times on these audios and videos, that you want to have a unique marketing angle. And theirs is that you have to go through a battery of questions before they'll even talk to you about any car. The problem, which, they do have to ask you a certain amount of things, like if you want to test drive it, do you have your license? We need to take a photocopy of that, whatever they do. But in this case, before they even let you in the dealership, you go sit in a special room, and they sit down with a clipboard, and they start asking you about your childhood. What was your favorite toy? What kind of rival did you have when you were 7 years old? Did you ever get in trouble at school before the age of 10? What were the details of when you got arrested, if you did, between the ages of 10 and 13? Were you a vandal? Were you a kid that was considered juvenile delinquent? And so then they'll put that into their computer, and given all that information, they're going to determine that you probably are too high of a risk to even talk to about selling a car, because they're liable if you were to then use that car for a heist. And after having been burned a couple times, guys, they do not want anybody that approaches anything from the life of crime, even if you were 9 years old and stole bubble gum from the local grocery store and got caught, and you had to clean the floors with that ammonia and that mop, and you could barely breathe from the ammonia. So, guys, again, it's too much, and making it way too hard to buy a car. And plus, I do have a record from when I was 8 years old, and we were shooting bottle rockets into houses that were still being built, and which could have burned them to the ground. So I probably wouldn't qualify anyway, but I don't want to find out, and I don't want anybody else to find out about my historic life of crime. Well, guys, those are the 5 worst car dealers in Minneapolis. If you know others, leave a comment. If you know better ones, like the good ones, where you've had a good experience, leave a comment. And of course, when you do those things, you're helping lift the whole community as we work together. Talk to you soon.